This story starts back in the summer of 2021 when a young boy was tired of being overweight, was tired of facing the mental traumas, the mental torture that he thought stemmed from being overweight. And so he spent the whole entire summer working out with the intention and the idea that if he had lost the weight, then all the mental suffering would go away. And so, as the summer of 2021 came to an end and he saw some benefits, he had an amazing summer, he was still facing the mental torture. And he questioned more and more, why? Why am I still going through these things? I lost the weight, I'm looking skinny, I'm looking fit, but why am I still going through these things? And he was at the time experimenting with certain plant medicines, watching certain videos, and already had a couple experiences where he had touched the mysticism of this realm. And one day it hit him that this life is deeper than the physical. And he started to recognize that if he wanted to change where he was at energetically, spiritually, mentally, he would have to go deeper beyond just losing weight. While that was a big task and it taught him discipline, he knew that there was a greater mission at hand. And so his journey started when he watched a video talking about manifestation and abundance. And this was his doorway into the spiritual realm. As he started to learn about the subconscious mind, learn about the power of affirmations, learn about energy and manifestation, he started his spiritual practice in hopes that he would manifest 10,000. And so he spent days upon days journaling, meditating, doing subconscious practices, trying to manifest 10,000. But nothing happened. And this discouraged him because in his mind he thought that if nothing was happening in the physical, then it means none of the spiritual practices he was doing was working. So he put down trying to manifest 10,000. And then he stumbled across the chakras. And it is this when it hit him that despite not seeing things in the physical manifest, all the spiritual practice that he was doing was guiding him to be prepared to go through the chakras. And so he watched one video, and it took only one video. And in the video, it told this young man growing now. This was 2022 now. It told him in the video that you had to go vegetarian to get the full effect of the chakras. And the young man, being so eager for spiritual knowledge, for self-wisdom, for self-evolution, he listened. And with no cold turkey or with no weaning off and straight cold turkey, he started his chakra journey in March of 2022. He went vegetarian and he created a map in which he spent each month on the chakras. And so back to the beautiful ignorant idea that he thought that everything was going to be sweet and dandy, or he thought that there was going to be so much blissful and all the things that he had been facing were going to go away. Yet again, he was met with the hard truth that the chakras acted as a mirror to face the roots of those things that he thought would go away by either losing the weight or going through the chakras. But this time, since it was not rooted in the material, he stuck with it. He went through the chakras. He faced those days of isolations, those days of dissociation, when he started to think different, when he started to see life different, and information was coming in left and right, as he pondered on the vast experiences of life. What is time? What is this dream that I'm living in? Noticing the habits, noticing the patterns that each chakra brought up, noticing how it had been rooted in an inner child experience, noticing how it had been rooted in what he was taught. Day by day, choosing to show up for himself, choosing to face the darkness, face the dark night of the soul, alone, supported by his family with much love, but yet he knew he could not converse or bring to the words the experiences that he was experiencing inwardly. And so he sat in his room, and at that time he was doing online school, and to this day he is grateful for that, because it gave him an opportunity not to be influenced by the school system, but it also gave him an opportunity to learn discipline, to learn time management, all while going through one of the greatest evolutions of mankind, a spiritual remembrance. And so day by day, he showed up for himself. It was hard. The mental battles still came. The awareness did not defeat the actionable steps into old habits, which brought shame sometimes, which brought guilt, which brought anger. But as he journaled day in and day out, as he chose to show up for himself day in and day out, chose to honor the word he gave to himself by not eating meat and sticking to going through the chakras month by month, things started to get lighter. He started to experience new paradigms, not disregarding the fact that the darkness happened, while there were some times where he tried to use light to outshine the darkness. He had to come to understand that that darkness was a part of him. And so as he went through his journey, not trying to hide away from the things he had learned in that darkness, he transcended through the chakras, learning each one, letting each one teach him about self even deeper. The depths experienced, even right now, I could not explain. And so this boy growing to a young man, honoring his word, honoring what he set out to do, going through the chakras, found his mission in posting content. As he realized that as he was going through his journey, there was content out there that was being dropped like little seeds to help him evolve. Already having a little background in content creation, it was a no-brainer for him to start posting content. It was a no-brainer for him to let his journey be even more expressive, let his journey become a reflection in his content. And it was through content creation that he delved deeper into his psyche, looking at how the perfectionism arose, looking at how the perceptions of others stopped him, but also looking at how his confidence grew, looking at how he interacted with other beings, looking at how most of his friendships were coming from interacting with online people, other divine souls. And it all started by choosing to answer the call to his mission. But even deeper, it all started when he chose to go on that journey to lose the weight, but then to go on that journey to face the deepest roots. And so this man stands, or rather sits, in front of you today, and his name is Mark Anthony. And this is why I post. This is why I love speaking. Because the journey is not for the weak. But the journey is also okay to be experienced with others. Okay to the word slipped me. But I figured I was just pondering, and I realized I never gave y'all the lore behind Mark Anthony. So that's my story. That's how I was sitting at 278 pounds at the end of 2020. And something in me, 2021, just sparked. And from there, it's only been evolution on evolution on evolution on evolution. And through that time, what I was saying is I had already been doing some content creation with like gaming and stuff like that. And it's just like how the synchronizations play out. And so when about the summer of 2022, I found a network marketing company, and it allowed me to learn how to speak better, right? It allowed me to learn how to speak to people better, right? But also I started a YouTube channel on investing and things like that. So, more content. And then I left that company, and I started thinking of Elevated Talk. And it was alignment, because all these things in my journey have been preparing me for this, been preparing me to learn how to navigate and really be comfortable speaking on camera. And now I'm at a point in my life where I remember last video I was telling you, just getting out more. And so now I'm at a point in my life where it's like now I'm being comfortable speaking in front of people more. And so I wanted to tell my story because wherever you are in your journey, it has purpose. It's preparing you for something. It's preparing you for your mission here. So if we can learn to just tune in and show up for yourself, because I know it gets dark. It gets dark. And I've said it in multiple videos, it's not for the weak. It goes to the saying, heavy is the one who wears the crown. And you came down here with a purpose. And truth be told, that purpose has a price that only you and your spiritual team have the capability to pay. And so if we can tune into ourselves, we can tune into our higher selves, let ourselves evolve past what this matrix has told us, we can all begin to collectively embody our mission, exit out of the ego. Let me compare myself. Nah. I was talking to a sister and I was telling her, if we can exit out of comparing ourselves and realizing that we are all reflections of each other, meant to inspire light within us, we can look at one another and be like, damn, that brother is kicking, he cooking. And it can inspire you, not to compare and be like, damn, I don't got what he got. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why you don't got what he got. There's a reason why he don't got what you got. So if we can learn to embody that, embrace our journey, don't hide away from our journey. That's something I had to learn. I would try to put my darkness in a little closet, right? And then I would try to, be positive, peace, light, and things like that. That was a phase in my journey that I had to go through, recognizing that it was keeping me from not remembering the trials and tribulations and the lessons that I had stored within my very RNA, within my very being, right? So I say all that to say, my name is Mark Anthony. This is Elevated Talk. And welcome to the Cosmic Show. Much peace, much wisdom. And remember, freedom has always been an option. Stay tuned.